Good morning. I'm here once again at the Dunraven Trailhead, and this is located inside the Roosevelt National Forest, just outside the Comanche Peak Wilderness. And today I'm going for quite a long hike. I'm going to try and take it all the way out to Lost Lake and Lost Falls. Looking at just under 20 miles in total, with right around a 3,500 foot net elevation gain. Official start time, 5:50. And in just under an hour and 10 minutes, I've made it out to the deserted village. Right out there are remnants of an old cabin. My dad and I had hiked out here years ago, and I labeled that video The Sunken Cabin. However, in Lisa Foster's book, she calls this the deserted village. And I would agree with that. This looks deserted. And this is the part in the video where I point out that you can see Mount Dickinson way out there. And then I say something like, that looks really far away, or that thing looks ridiculous. And I also just want to mention that I'm glad I'm not hiking that thing today. Nope, that was a one and done, and I've already done it. I don't think you could pay me enough to do that again. Well, maybe you could. I'd probably do it for a free knee surgery. And finally, I've got some sunshine out here. Yeah, earlier when I was hiking in the dark, I was blasting White Zombie because I figured that would be good music to scare the animals off. White Zombie. Yeah, I didn't have Monster Mash on MP3, but I figured that may have worked as well. The Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. The Monster Mash. And I've been hiking up this trail like a white zombie. I ain't stopping for nothing. Keeping a nice, consistent pace. And I think this is my best time yet coming up this trail. And check this out. Rocky Mountain National Park border in an hour and 50 minutes. Yeah, I'm floating up this trail right now. Feeling good. And here's the dealio. I was just out here last week. I had attempted Lost Falls. I made it all the way out to where the falls are located, hiked right past them, went a little further upstream to what I thought was Lost Falls, and then I got home, looked in Lisa Foster's book, and I compared her picture to my video, and I did not see Lost Falls. So I went back and I checked the map again, and like I said, it looks like I walked right on past them. So that really burned me up, and that's why I'm back out here to try them again. And I made that video a Patreon exclusive, so they got to see the hike fail. Yeah, that was a killer 15-mile hike fail. So today, not only am I going for Lost Falls again, but I'm going to try and tack on Lost Lake too. That's only going to add another 4.5 to 5 miles. I feel like I could have done it last week. However, the weather was not as good. I barely got out of here before it started dumping rain. But so far today, that sky is looking crispy. And for all intents and purposes, this is a pretty nice trail up here. You can hike fast on it. And for the longest time, I thought the saying was, for all intensive purposes. Yeah, I just thought the purposes were really intensive. All right, and in 2 hours and 10 minutes, I've made it out to the North Boundary Trail Split. So I'm making pretty good time. According to this sign, I've already come out 5.3, and I've got 4.4 more out to Lost Lake. That's what I'm talking about. I'm over halfway out there. I was thinking it was going to take me around 5 hours to get up to Lost Lake. However, I think I'm going to beat that time. Yeah, my original goal was to be up there by 11, and anything before that was going to be a bonus. And then right here at the halfway campsite sign is where I'm going to take a quick little 3-minute break just to get this backpack off my shoulders for a few seconds. I'm feeling good, but my back is getting a little tiny bit sore because I'm rolling heavy today, carrying lots of liquid. And this sign says that the elevation gain here is 1,400 feet up from the trailhead and is half of the gain up to Lost Lake. So although I've done over half of the distance, I've only done half of the total gain. I would argue with that sign just a little bit because the beginning half of this trail has a lot of up and down. So if you add all that up and down together, I think that's going to be well over 1,400 feet. Yeah, it looks like the second half of this hike up to Lost Lake doesn't really have any up and down. It's pretty much just straight up. And once you pass that north boundary trail split, man, this trail gets nice. It's just well groomed and relatively flat all the way out to the Happily Lost campsite. And then I think from there, that's when it's going to start going up. And it is a beautiful day out here today. I could not have asked for anything better. Nice and sunny. I don't think there's going to be any threat of rain later. And there's also a nice little breeze blowing through. Yeah, this is a perfect day for hiking. And in 2 hours and 50 minutes, I've made it out here to the Happily Lost campsite. And that is by far my fastest time. The other 2 times it took me 3 hours. So yeah, I'm moving. And that even includes a little 5-minute break too. Everything is lost out here. Lost Falls, Lost Lake, Happily Lost campsite. I can tell you one thing for sure, and that's that if I get lost, I'm not going to be too happy about it. And this trail just started going up. And I think it's going to keep going up all the way up to Lost Lake. However, I'm cooking right now, feeling good. My pace really hasn't slowed down at all. So I'm going to readjust my goal and I'm going to try and get up there by 10:30. I think that's totally doable. And this has by far been the single hardest stretch of trail. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's going to do closer to Lost Lake up there. But so far, this is the hardest part. Just a nice, consistent uphill. And I've almost made it out to where the Stormy Peaks Trail is going to be dumping in from the north. Yep, I'm going to be getting that in roughly another 0.2 of a mile. We're getting out there. We're going to get it. We are going to get it. All right. It's just now 9:10. So this took me 3 hours and 20 minutes to get up here to the Stormy Peaks Trail Split. Nice. I feel like Samwise Gamgee hiking away from the Shire. Like every step I take is the furthest I've ever been away from the Dunraven Trailhead. And just past the Stormy Peaks Trail Split, that is just under 10,200. According to my GPS, I'm looking at about 1.7 more miles out to Lost Lake, which is at roughly 10,750. So that's like less than 600 more vertical feet in 1.7 miles. That shouldn't be too bad at all. Let's keep going. And this is a beautiful trail up here. I'm really enjoying it. Man, I'm loving this hike so far. And I'm getting close to being out there. I bought a special bottle of vitamin water as my extra special reward for when I get out to the lake. And I can't wait to drink it. It's gonna be so good. I'm coming up another little uphill part, knocking it out, feeling great. And I think one of the reasons that I'm feeling so good is because I've recently started drinking this stuff called cachava. It's like a protein shake, but it's actually much more than that. It is loaded with all these vitamins and minerals, and they actually claim it's a meal replacement shake. And I drank one of those, and I'm feeling like Superman right now. I'm loving it. And if anybody out there is interested in trying some cachava, I will try and put my referral link in the description. So that way, if you want to try it, you can use my referral link and save $15 off your first order. And then that also gives me a $15 credit too. So it's the best of both worlds. We both save $15 because that stuff is good. I'm like a cachava addict now. I love it. Coming up to another sign, and this is going to be the Sugarloaf campsite. All right, let's keep it going. Yeah, I'm feeling great right now. And this trail has really mellowed out. And I'm just under 10,400 feet. I've got about a mile left. So that's about 350 vertical feet in the last mile. And that's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. And this is getting awesome up here. Check it out. Wow, incredible. I was not expecting this. Actually, I didn't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. Yeah, this is beautiful. And it looks like we're coming up to another campsite. And this one is called Lost Meadows, keeping with the Lost theme. I've got maybe another quarter mile out to the water. And from the trail split up to this point, this trail hadn't been bad at all. Kind of up and down. And you really don't even notice the overall gain. Yeah, I'm moving fast on this part. Yeah, you don't notice the overall gain until right here. This part goes up. And what do we got here? A sign for some more campsites. Lower Lost Lake and Upper Lost Lake. But yeah, the water's got to be just right up here. Where you at, Lost Lake? Where you at? I'm so close I can taste it. What's it taste like? Vitamin water. Oh, Lost Lake. I can see it down there. Yes. And what a beautiful day. It's just now 10:10, so that took me 4 hours and 20 minutes to get out here. And according to Lisa Foster, this is 9.7 miles out. So yeah, I got out here at 10 after 10, and my original goal was 11. Yeah, I crushed that. This is awesome. This is awesome! I'm taking it all the way down here to the water, getting as close as I can. And I might even have to dip my feet in. Yeah, I'm looking really good on time now. So I'm probably gonna sit up here until 11 o'clock and then start heading on back down. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. And this is the moment that I've been waiting for. Shaboom! I get to drink my vitamin water with caffeine. Huh. That thing says it expired in June. Oh well, it's still gonna taste good. This is a lake that I'd never thought I'd ever see. I thought it was too long of a hike and that I'd never be able to do it. But I did it. You just got to have confidence in yourself, set your goals, believe you can do it, and then go do it. Don't let anything stop you. My feet were feeling a little sore and beat up, so I'm soaking them in the water. And this feels amazing. And there's no one else up here right now. I've got this whole lake all to myself. Well, I made it up here to Lost Lake, and this is going to be the end of part 1. In part 2, I'm going to hike back down the trail and then try and bushwhack over to Lost Falls. So if you want to see if I made it or not, you're going to have to tune into that video. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and until the next one, y'all, peace!